framing to craft positively and motivate effort and excellence.
Thank you. Second one.
Use practice to develop and strengthen our use of positive framing.
Thank you very much. So just a little context before we jump in. I'm going to be sharing some videos. These videos are from a high-performance charter network called Uncommon Schools. They were founded by Doug Lamov, who is also the author of the book Teach Like a Champion. Is anyone familiar with that book? Yes. Okay, a few people. So what Doug did is he went into high-performing classrooms and he saw what those teachers did, and he codified them into these techniques, or he calls them taxonomies. And positive framing is one of the techniques that I used as a principal. I was a principal of a charter school for 3 years in Brooklyn. Charter schools, there's good ones and there's bad ones, just like any organization. But what I'm sharing with you is something that really changed the culture of my school and the culture of classrooms, and it's called positive framing. So there are 6 techniques that we're going to go through lightning speed today, but hopefully you'll walk away with something that you can use right away. So we're going to start with a snapshot of a classroom. In yellow, I'm going to be a teacher. Think about how this response would affect a student who's not ready and a student that is ready. Okay, so some people are ready to begin. Some people are not ready to begin, excuse me. They don't think they have to participate with us. Okay, talk with your table about how that affects a student that is not ready and a student that is ready. And then we'll share out. Okay, we're going to bring it back in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm not raising my arm because no one told me not to wear it. Now you all know. So how would this impact a student who's not ready? Yeah. And welcome to our YMCA case here. Sorry to say that.
I think it would have a negative feedback for them, a negative response for them, and kind of take them away, as well as isolating, the students that are ready to go, and have a negative student towards them.
Yeah, not motivating, right? Wouldn't motivate me. Thank you. What about a student who is ready?
You might feel annoyed at a classmate who's not ready. Why do I have to wait for them? Or, a little irritation.
Right. Why do I have to wait for them? Why are they getting attention when I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Right? So this is negatively framed. This is not positively framed. This is a non-example of positive framing. Consider the same scenario, different response. All of one row's ready. We need 2 students and we're perfect. Now we're ready. I know some people don't like the word perfect. So you can replace that with something else. But how might this impact a student who's not ready and who is ready? Again, talk with your table.
Because I can't, and like when you say,
That works. I guess. They know.
Okay, bring it back 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. So, I forgot a little disclaimer when I was talking about the videos and uncommon schools. This is not saying that we need to run your classroom this way. You see, it looks almost like military style in a sense. It's not what I'm promoting. Just think about the content of what they're saying and doing. But it is pretty intense. Like some of the classrooms you'll see, it's like, whoa, that is not. That's why I don't work in a charter school anymore. But so I know we don't love the word perfect, but if you think about replacing that with, just being ready, how might this impact a student who's not ready and a student who is ready? I heard some good conversations. Up here, you guys were saying, you're not singling the student out. And they're like, well, everybody knows who the two students are, right? But what you're doing is building this shared responsibility, this community that we're a team and we need to work together to meet our teachers' expectations. So I just shared for you. You want to add anything on to what I just said?
no, I was being.
Okay, what about a student who is ready?
I think it makes them feel acknowledged for being ready for the class. And probably not feel like the other students aren't ready for the
Yeah, so they're being acknowledged that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. That's motivation itself, right? That's great. Okay, so now we're going to see this in action. But before we jump in, this is the key idea here. People are more motivated by positivity than negativity, right? So think about when you're having a bad day and you have to go teach. Something happened at home, everybody has lives outside of school. And it's to the point where you're not able to check it, right? And you bring it into your classroom. How does the rest of your day go? Not well. Just the kids pick up on your vibe, right? So this, for me, really is like a mental shift that I have to be conscious of. And because I've lived it where I'm in a bad mood, I'm being negative, then my class picks up on it, then they're negative, and then I realize I have to shift this. And it doesn't take much to shift it. So you'll see that today. So this is Emily Bissell. She is a 5th grade teacher. We're gonna watch her little montage of positive framing. And as you're watching, if you could just reflect on how she keeps her classroom positive and motivating.
It is currently not marked on there. Make sure that you're writing with me because otherwise you won't be able to finish on time. 1754 to 1763 is where we're going to be centered today. This is the French and Indian War. Track me in the back. Based on this timeline, I'm waiting for some eyes. You'll have more time to write in a second, Parlay. How many years? Who thinks they have a good one? Okay. Maloney, let's take a look at yours. Track Maloney. This is a blind study here. I'm waiting on a couple pairs of eyes. I know you guys want to get your thoughts out. I'm going to give you more time to write in a moment. Okay. Maloney said, just as you...
Okay, talk with your team about what you saw, how she kept it positive and motivating. So if you heard the word tracking, this is a very common language that you hear in commercials. There's also acronyms, STAR, SLAM. Everyone knows what that means in the class. It's the expectation of how they should be. SLAM stands for, I think, sit-up straight. A lot of ask and answer questions. Nod, yes or no, and T is track the speaker. So you're going to hear tracking. And to address the comment of, I think she was a little mean, as I said, these are not examples of how I think your tone should be. And that's the intensity of these charter schools. It's very like military school. So just if you can suspend that and then just try to pay attention to the positivity that you're seeing. So what did you see? This, yeah.
I liked her tone.
Some people do.
And she did a great job of, without using anyone's name for the most part. It's all eyes on me. Have your time to work on your writing. Like her son's focus without saying, all right.
Yeah. So she assumed the best, right? So I know you want to continue to work on your writing, right? So instead of assuming that they're deliberately defying you, you're assuming that they enjoy what they're doing and they want to continue. And that puts them in a positive mindset. Thank you. Anything else that you observed? Was everyone continuing to learn in that class? So it wasn't disruptive, right? The momentum continued. Yeah, just keep it going. Big Mo, I'm going to address that later. So we said these things, sorry, I don't know where to stand. So she ascribed positivity, correct students without assuming the worst, right? Ill intent, because you're writing with me. You'll have more time to write in a second. I'm waiting for a couple pairs of eyes, so you're not signaling anybody out. And then acknowledging them using nonverbals. So there was like an ear thing, I guess, for listening, nodding, smiling. All do these things. So positive framing is basically making interventions correcting students in a positive way, in a constructive way, but it's not avoiding kids that are off task. Sometimes you'll see that where your teacher's pointing out everybody that's doing the right thing except that one kid. You're still singling them out, and you may need to have a conversation with that student. This is not to say that you have to avoid those conversations, but it's kind of like the RTI. If you get like 80% of the kids to address this in a way that's anonymous, and then there are times when you still have to have that private conversation with the student. But it shouldn't be your go-to. So there are 6 types of positive framing. The first 3 are about correcting the student's behavior. The last 3 are about motivating effort and excellence. So we're going to go through these quickly. The first type is called living in the now. So this is basically you are narrating the world that you want to see. You're not focusing on what happened in the past. So for example, the first one, Ezra, stop looking back at Tyler. Instead, if you're living in the now, you would say, Ezra, pencil moving right away. You see the difference? Can someone read the next one for me, please?
5th grade, some of us are looking at the window. Show me your eyes, 5th grade.
Thank you. The last one is team. Your eyes are not on the speaker. Negative, right? Focusing on what happened in the past. It's positive. Team, show me your best tracking of Tina. So again, you're narrating the world that you want to see. That's how I think of living in the now. So we're going to watch Emily Volpe. She's a grade 6 teacher. She's demonstrating living in the now.
Watch football all season long, live, cable free.
Wow, I think everyone gets started right away. Joshua's perfect right now. Let's see, 1, 2, 3 perfect slants. 4, 5, 6. I was really pleased with your transition. You should be very proud of yourselves. Then down in 3, 2, 1. Melanie puts us down now. Everything away. Alright, so you're showing me excellence right now. I'm very proud of you. Let's see how we will do now by reading you the directions. Look at all those hands. Excellent. Trinity, go ahead. Good. And complete sentences, I noted because some of you are forgetting to write complete sentences on your homework, and I know that you know at rest to prep you should answer in a complete sentence. Number 1, what is the part or parts of a cell that are only found in plant cells? Awesome. I like how I see all those hands. Natalia, help me out.
Okay. What are some things that Emily said to live in the now?
She kept acknowledging everyone's great, everyone's hands are up, like, and positive, everyone wants to participate.
What else?
Anyone who asks questions, she able to see that all while she's still continuing on the lesson.
Just keeping it moving, right? Did you hear slant?
Yes.
It's lean, I wrote it down here. Sit up straight, lean your body toward the speaker, ask and answer questions, nod your head, yes or no, track the speaker. So show me, I see 1, 2, 3 perfect slants. 4, 5, 6 perfect slants. That's what she was saying. She's getting the kids to follow expectations by not pointing at their names. A little effusive, right? She's very excited. I don't know. I get that excited about some of the things. You know, I am so proud of you. It's like, all they did was sit up straight. Like, we have to have the bar has to be a little higher than that, right? But you get the idea. Oh, lost my clicker again. Oh, it's interactive. No. Okay, so you have a page that looks like this. So you're going to try this now with your table. It says live in the now, and there's 2 non-examples, and you're going to flip those to positively framed examples of living in the now. So we'll take like 2 minutes to do that. Work together.
Yeah, show me your eyes.
Eyes on it.
Yeah.
This is your language. Don't try to be a charter school person unless you want to.
Well, I've been doing this a lot. What do I say?
Some of us are looking at
Right.
Oh, it's just, let's take this outside. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so you're gonna reframe. No, that's
Right? That'd be
Okay, how do we reframe, fifth grade, some of us are looking out the window. How do we frame that positively? Show me your eyes. Good. Eyes looking. Anything different?
Very positive. Okay, guys, that's okay.
Yeah. You can't get over that. Charles, I'm tired of asking you to track the speaker. How do you frame that positively?
Well, I don't know if we're right, but we decided not to address Charles individually at all. We say, I don't appear to have everyone's attention, something like that.
So that's still negative. Yes, I like that. Charles out. What was that? Okay. Yep. Or at least you are. What was that? Let's remember the tracker.
Who doesn't have their eyes?
Show me your listening position. I know first grade where I was had like this little girl. She picture her and how she was sitting and listening, active listening, something like that. So you're narrating the world you want to see. Okay, think of it that way. Okay, the next is assume the best. This is my favorite. My husband throws this at me all the time. Aren't you the assume the best lady? I'm like, so basically the headline here is that you're assuming positive intent. You're assuming that kids are not deliberately defying you. Okay, that maybe it's just a lack of knowledge or understanding. So when you're assuming the best, it sets up this positive sense in their classroom. So until you know that they're intentionally defying you, you should not make it public. So you're saying things like, show me your eyes, right? Show me your best listening. And then there's this idea, and there's different schools of thought on this, of weakness. So assuming the worst makes you appear weak. And what do I mean by that is that you're the facilitator of learning in your class, and that ultimately you're the authority, right? So when you're narrating this negativity or focusing on the negative things that just happened, you're essentially giving up control. You're saying that nobody's listening, nobody's paying attention, I can't believe you guys are doing this again. But if you narrate what you want to see and pointing at the kids that are doing what you expect, it normalizes a positive environment. and the kids start to rise to those expectations. So here's an example. Negative is on the left. Just a minute, class. Some people don't seem to think they have to push their chairs in when they line up. Negative. Positive. Just a minute, class. Some people seem to have forgotten to push in their chairs. Or, oops, the chair pushing thing seems to have slipped our mind. Let's go back and fix it. Right? See the difference there? So you're assuming the best. So we're going to watch this in action. It's a little montage. See what you notice about these teachers. Sorry, Dennis, some of them are a little militant.
No, can I clarify?
Yes.
I don't have a problem with strict or stern. I think I do that plenty. I just felt like as she was teaching, she just didn't have
her
a good
affect.
vibe.
Yeah.
She didn't have positive body language.
Definitely.
It wasn't that she was trying to be structured. I think you can do structure
And still have a positive energy. For sure. Energy and relationships play into this 100%. The last guy, I think you'll like better. I don't disagree with you.
In just a moment, I'm going to have you scooch next to your pencil partner. And in the exhibit, in just a moment, I appreciate the enthusiasm, but we're going to pause for a second. What you're going to do is you're going to see how, bring it back in 3, 2, and 1. For your Dina, all eyes need to be up here. Waiting on what? Since you're, do you need your eyes up here? I know you're working on your writing cycle, but I do need your eyes up here. Okay, for your do now, you have to put.
You can help me with the do now by reading me the directions. Look at all those hands. Excellent. Trini, go ahead. Good. And complete sentences I noted because some of you are forgetting to write complete sentences on your homework, and I know that you know that rest of you should answer in a complete sentence. Number 1.
All pencils down. Even if I know it's hard when you're not done. Thank you still for doing it. I know. You got one last thing. You just want to what he said, and I got to It's hard. I know. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that.
Mr. Zimmerly, right? You want to be in his class, right? He's fun. Okay, so what did you notice about assuming the best? I'm just going to take 1 or 2 because I ran over time in the last session. Yes.
Well, yeah, Alaska, I think it's very important sometimes to inject some humor in.
Definitely.
Otherwise, humor.
Yeah. Kids are going to check out.
Yeah.
They just didn't, they didn't assume like you were purposely not listening. It was, hey, I know you want to continue working on your writing. That's awesome, but I just need you for a second.
Yeah. Even when you know that they are defying you.
Yeah. Just assuming.
Nobody is losing, right? This isn't personal,
Right.
You're still going to get them to do what you want them to do.
And when you don't frame it in that negative way, you're more than likely they're going to.
Yep.
She's not nagging at me. I listen.
Yep. Or, I got one over on her. Who cares? Let them flip that.
Yep.
At least they're doing what you asked, right? Okay, so you have this great picture, right? So now your turn. The next on the worksheet, if you could take those 2 non-examples and turn them into assuming the best.
You're excited to get to be.
There you go.
Right? You did it.
No, it was quick.
Really?
I want everyone to eyes on you before you do.
Yeah.
I want to all eyes on
Hi, let's just quickly go through these. 4th grade, none of us should be trying to sneak ahead of the rest of the class. How do you positively frame that? Let's all work together.
We said I know you're excited to get to wherever.
Yep.
But we all need to walk together.
Yeah. Anything different? What about Tina? Please wait to answer until Jeffrey decides to join. Nasty.
Get rid of the name.
How do we assume the best there?
So like in all these examples, it's using the general we and the general you. It's never naming kids.
Yes.
And it's privately naming the kid privately.
Yes. We is a game changer. And it really flips the switch in your class when you're constantly saying we, because you're building the community and shared responsibility. Thank you for pointing that out. The next type is called plausible anonymity. So the idea here is that you're not singling kids out. Naming names should not be your first go-to. Okay, so always try to maintain as much privacy as possible by saying things like class or 5th grade or whatever, however you refer to your class team. So really keeping kids anonymous will help them comply. Do I have a video of this? Can't remember. Yes, I do. So Jason Armstrong uses plausible anonymity and live in the now. So we're going to take a look at that once I can find the video. When you're watching, just think of the impact that he has on the students he's correcting and the class as a whole. 5th grade math class. And it seems like they couldn't afford smart boards because everyone's using an overhead projector. I noticed that.
Okay, so let's write down that note to ourselves. Everybody write, we do not need parentheses. We do not need parentheses because since I want to know, is this a perimeter problem, or is this an area problem, or is this something else? Is this a perimeter problem or an area problem, or is it something else? What do you think? Say again?
Okay, what did you notice?
Private whisper.
Private whisper, it's so effective, right? It's so simple and effective. Did you see what, did you read what he said there to her? Did anyone catch that?
I'll call you next time if you say it.
Yeah, I'm calling on you next time if you had her head down. But he whispered it. He'd call her out in the middle of the class.
Somebody's paper wasn't right, he moved it right.
Like little nonverbal, keep it moving. Again, this idea of momentum. You're not losing any time in class. Oops. What do I do?
Did it turn off?
Oh, did you hear this? I'm writing, you're writing, don't miss it. Again, not calling anybody out. What happened?
It turned off.
Oh, awesome. I must have hit the button. Okay, so you on the next thing on your worksheet is you have examples of plausible anonymity. If you could just take those non-examples and frame them into plausible anonymity in a positive way. It's on the second page. Perfect.
It's the next one.
the plausible anonymity, I would think that you would go up to, or you would go up to that particular student and do that.
Touch shoulder and paper.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jason, I want to see you facing forward with your note page in front of you. How do we not call Jason out?
The whole class. Everyone going forward with the notes.
Narrating the world we want to see. Anything different?
Okay, well, I would say, show me you're ready by sitting nice, eyes forward. I like to say, laugh, or dash, and make some choices. Sometimes they need to
I was thinking that.
What to do, right? What to do. Not what they didn't do. Okay, so we're gonna look at the next four that are around motivating effort and excellence. The first three were more about correcting behavior. So narrating the positive. This is the Big Mo or Uncle Mo. If you know about this reference in sports, it's teams that have great achievements. They have momentum, and that's what you want to achieve in your class. So here is an example of two teachers. Teacher one, I need 3 people. Make sure you fix it if that's you. Now I need 2. We're almost there. Thank you, let's get started. That's teacher one, building momentum and narrating the positive. Here's teacher 2, telling the story nobody wants to hear. I need 3 people. One more student doesn't seem to understand the directions, so now I need 4. Some people don't appear to be listening. I'm waiting, ladies and gentlemen. If I have to give detentions, I will.
Oh, boy.
Woo! Nobody wants to be in that class. Here's another example. Teacher 1, narrating the positive. Okay, here we go. I see those pencils moving. I see those ideas rolling out. Jamie's ready to roll. Keep it up, Marcus. Teacher 2. This is like Igor. Not everyone has begun yet. Do you need me to help you think of a topic, Jamie? Marcus, I asked you not to stop. Let me remind you, class, this is not an optional activity. So, pretty simple, right? Narrate what you want to see. Okay, one more video. Okay, so this is a montage of a bunch of teachers narrating the positive.
Thank you, Shania. Thank you, Clarabelle. Already starting on the do now.
After you, everybody get there in 5. Start with a good one, Union. 4, Nate's there. 3, Matt's there. 2, Amani, get there. 1, Jalen's looking sharp. When I say go, writing out, turn to the article called Valley Forge. Go. 6, 5, thank you, row 4. 4, 3, 2, you didn't even need 1.
7, 6, he's ready. 5, 4, 3, she's ready. 2, 1.
Great, heads up to paper like Derek, Shemaiah. Jalen's getting to the text.
I see hands up there, ready to read. Only have 3 choices left, so let's see. I want to hear it. C, read it. I really like the enthusiasm that I'm seeing. This whole column right here is really grabbing hold to it, Jordan.
Okay, talk with your team about how those teachers were narrating the positive. Okay, what did you notice about these teachers narrating the positive?
It's always, oh, you're doing this, and even if they're not, like, you're almost there, like, you know, jump on board, or calling out, like, positive behaviors and encouraging them to get it or not. Yes, exactly.
You want to do my next session? What else? Notice.
They use specific names of children to point out what they were positive.
Yeah, the kids that were following expectations, they gave them a compliment. Like I just said, who doesn't want a compliment? Right? So you can single kids out when it's positive. Sure, absolutely. They love that, especially the little guys.
I was going to just say, because you just said the same thing. I wonder if they have these videos of these with little kids, elementary.
They do.
I wonder if this
Yeah.
the same way.
I will use some of those. I don't did I tell this group that I'm doing the 3-hour version of this in after school PD, so I'll have some more elementary examples. Uncommon started as middle schools. That's why there aren't as many examples. All right, so now your turn. You have examples on your worksheet. Non-examples, turn positive, narrating positive. Wait, this ends at 9:50?
Yes.
Forget it, don't do that. Okay, so the second to last type of both challenges, this is very simple. Kids love to be challenged. Use healthy competition in your classroom. I know some of you already do this. Can someone share some things that they do in their class to build challenge in? I know I've seen it.
Yeah, that's true. We have teams, like
Tables, yes, earning points, competing against each other.
We have the houses at Kramer.
The houses, yep, at Kramer Street. What else?
It's like Harry Potter.
Race against the clock. You ever use that? Yesterday we did this in 17 seconds. Let's see if we can do it in 15, right? For transitions. A race against some abstract idea. I want to see whether you guys can take it to the next level. A race against age. Show me 8th grade work, 7th graders. Okay, so those are ideas of challenge, which we don't have much more time to go into, or to watch the video, or to practice it. Actually, we could watch the video. Let me show you that. Okay, here's a montage of some challenges. See if you can use some of these in your classes.
I see hands that are ready to read. Only have 3 choices left, so let's see. All right, I need to hold voice. Deja, you have voice for me? You sure? All right, hands down, Deja's reading. Go ahead.
Good, it's more shallow. Good. The more gentle the slope, the more shallow the stream is going to be, okay? Now, I want someone to take this one step further and use the word erosion. So that should be the first part. What Shanice said and what Marissa just said should be the first part of your conclusion. But now I want someone to finish it with another sentence that uses the word erosion in there. That uses the word erosion. All right, group A, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Yeah. All right, you earn a cheer if you get this perfect.
Oh, Justin wants it. All right, let's see. Come on. You're going to tell me if they do good, great, or spectacular. Okay, here we go.
Start with Gab. Gabby, what do you describe them as? I really love this. They're savages. Can you prove it?
Now, I know you just rocked me up with, but we have another dude now, and I know you are going to blow it out of the water. But the challenge is, you only have 2 minutes for this. You only have 2 minutes for this dude now. 2 minutes. Go!
Yesterday we did this in 17 seconds. We're gonna move so quickly and quietly. You have your stuff on? On your mark. Go!
I want you to give me your best response to the claim on the very last page. You are responding to the statement, a slave's life was somewhat difficult. Is that an accurate statement? Is it false? Explain using evidence from the document. I dare you to use evidence from all three.
Dare you. Okay, you get
Double
the
dog,
idea.
dare you.
Triple dog. All right, last one. I know you have to go. The sixth type is talk aspirations. So basically, you're telling your students who they want to become, or affirming what they believe about themselves or who they want to become. So things like, I see future presidents in here. I see future doctors in here. You know, I see students getting ready for college or getting ready for 6th grade, whatever it is. Putting that mindset where you're helping them see themselves in a way that maybe they haven't seen themselves before. So they're aspiring to be something better. And this idea should be less about you, your pride, right? So we're building good citizens and pointing out how they can improve and work towards their goals. You're not doing that for the great picture. Great. Just quickly, what not to do: avoid rhetorical questions. Don't ask a question that you don't want the answer to. Would you like to join us, David? No. Okay. Instead, thank you for joining us on the road, David. And don't make your actions contingent on your students. This is one that I was definitely guilty of. I'll wait. I don't want to wait. And you don't want to wait either. Instead, you say, we need you with us. Right? Because we'll be waiting all day. You can see how this can affect your class climate. I feel like this is a given. Positivity breeds positivity. If you have any questions, stick it on the parking lot. Thank you so much for your time today. I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.